Nice.
Yeah.
So you mentioned writing being cathartic.
Mm.
What, in what way, what is it about writing that you think is cathartic?
Uh,
And I kind of, I know what you mean. Um, I write on and off, I write different things, and I've always kind of been into words as well. And um there is something about getting something down on paper.
there is. It's the ownership, the fact you've done it, the satisfaction, the surprise. Uh, Cathartic for me, I think, because I've always ran away from any kind of putting something down. I've always felt stupid or silly, or it wasn't worth it. I literally decided it was worth it. And then I realized it really is worth it. So it's just a kind of quiet satisfaction that you've done something and you mean something and you've laughed and cried. Uh, yeah, it's very simple, really. I suppose it's a bit of a cry for help, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we're all we're all trying to not be immortal, but we're all trying to count, I think.
So putting something down on paper is like leaving something behind in some way.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's just nice to know that you're a contender in this crazy, mixed up, frantic world. Yeah, it's humble when it's good.
I suppose people do it in loads of different ways, don't they? And it's been, people have kept diaries and journals for
Yeah.
such a long time. Um, you know, Great Fire of London being,
Mm,
all of that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
who was it who journaled about Pompeii? All of
that's
those
right. Pliny the Elder.
Pliny the Elder. How could we forget
Mm,
Pliny? So you've got kind of, there's a lineage, isn't there?
mm,
There's quite a lot of
mm.
famous diaries, and there's
They are.
bloggers,
Mm,
there's video diaries. We want to document our
yeah.
lives, don't we? And it's that kind of, I remember, I remember every so often I'll get diaries out. Oh, it's
Mm,
embarrassing. So it's like, what did you do with it
mm.
afterwards? So
Your diaries.
my
Yeah.
diaries, I've got diaries that I've kept since I was like yay high, which are very cute. I had
Mm,
this little lockable diary, but I had
me
nothing.
too.
Yeah. And it was scented. It had
Mm.
like some sort of sickly sweet smell on the pages. And um I remember one oh, I'd read a little bit of Anne Frank's diary, and
Yeah.
she addressed her entries to, was it someone called Kitty or Kitty?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Mm,
addressed hers to Kitty, and I liked this idea,
mm.
but I thought I would be different. I
Mm.
addressed mine to Penny.
Any.
Mm.
Mm.
So, dear Penny,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
wrote these entries, and I remember one being, I'd got a keyboard for my birthday, and I was like, it's out of this world. And then like my teen years, I documented my angst, and then
Yeah.
in my 20s, I documented my angst but with longer words. And I can't bear to part with them. I had this idea
I've still
that,
got mine, yeah.
yeah, and I had this idea that at some point I'm going to go through them and write a novel based
Mm.
on,
Mm.
and it's like actually then kind of meaningless and meaningful at the same time.
That's how I feel. Yeah, they're meaningless and meaningful. And that's how I got a bit excited with the machine, the AI machine. Also, we talk about William Burroughs and David Bowie and the cut-up method. That's really the machines, that as well. Yeah, I think they're nothing but everything. And we proved that. We've just had a group, haven't we, where we homespun a lot of fine words into
Mm.
something else. It's just a great thing to do. And I think it's good for your grey matter.
Mm. Yeah, and actually just the act of physically writing. I mean, I know we can type. Something lovely about the act of
Mm.
physically writing.
Yeah, I've when I do my work, I do like to scribe with a pen. Obviously, a lot is documents and that, but it is great to get the old pen out and because it's me and I'm left-handed, and that matters to me because not that many, 28% of people are left-handed, but that matters, and I like to draw little pictures as well, and yeah.
So how long have you been journaling then? When did you first
Well, I
start?
did diaries like you as a kid or a teen. two 5-year diaries. I probably did about 8 years, didn't do 10. Just what happened, how Millwall got on, and what I had for me tea, school. I must read them again. Actually, and I've got one that started in 79. So it's about 79 to 84. Then I haven't really done anything really. Electric media came along, and so I realized emails. So I've only really been journaling again last couple of years.
Mm.
I did it a little bit in some therapies, but this is, yeah.
So how have you used it with therapy? Because I think that kind of links in a lot with,
Mm,
a lot of the people I've been talking to, it is about wellness
mm.
and how we can use different techniques or ideas to manage our own mental health and wellness. So have you found that you can use writing to help with your mental health?
Yeah, and again, it's something I disdained in the past. So I thought I knew best. Deep down, I kind of knew I was wrong. Yeah, and it just sounds like writing bullet points, little reminders, repetition.
Mhm.
Uh, it just makes it sticks, and it's. But yeah, I used to disdain those things. I always used to think I knew better. But mm, it's funny how we kid ourselves like all our lives. So I'm happy for me to, and I don't really know, but I feel it's very helpful, and I feel better, feel confident. Uh, mm.